We're going to be talking about in this video how to tell the difference between an ego-based thought and a higher self-based thought, because these higher self-based thoughts are always coming in on a consistent basis, but some of us haven't tuned into the awareness to see that those thoughts are actually moving through you so that you can actually create the reality that you want. And so we've been conditioned to believe in society that we need to believe in all these thoughts that are obviously going against what our heart actually wants. And I'm telling you, every single thing I've ever manifested in my life came into my life when I realized that I can trust my mind. I can trust my heart. I can connect to that mind-heart coherence that Joe Dispenza talks about. I love Joe Dispenza, check out his work. And you can actually shift into who you want to be now, okay? And you can start to be who you want to be now. You don't have to live into lack, okay? Lack doesn't exist. So this is a very critical topic, and we're going to talk about how to distinguish between these two thoughts and how to actually start manifesting what your heart actually wants, okay? Not necessarily what people want for you, okay? Because society is going to have a lot of opinions about what you should do. Your family, nothing against family, is going to have a lot of opinions about what you should do. Your friends are going to have a lot of opinions about what you should do. Now, most of the times, all these opinions are coming from love. Yes, it's fear, but it's a form of love because they're actually, in a way, looking out for you. So there's no reason to blame anybody else or to have anger against anybody else. But the truth, what's the truth? The truth is that a lot of people aren't living their own life, they're living somebody else's life. So we need to start to distinguish, are we living our own life or are we living somebody else's life? And we need to start to look at like what's going on there. Now, the truth is that you don't need to do this, but if you want to live into the highest version of who you actually are, not some fake version that you think you are, that society told you to be, that they didn't even mean to do it, you didn't even mean to do it, and you're just stuck in this loop of you don't know who you are, but who you actually are. If you're interested in knowing who you actually are, then you came to the right video, and you're gonna know in this video how to follow that breadcrumb trail of excitement that's gonna lead you to your true path to who you actually are. And I'm gonna share with you some stories in terms of how I got to where I am as well, in terms of how I started to trust more in my higher self, which I can say is the higher self, and to trust in the essence of who you actually are, okay? So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So how do we distinguish between these thoughts? Well, actually, it's a lot more simple than you might think. And I believe that if you have been vibrationally attracted to this content, there's a very good chance that you're also at a similar level of consciousness where you're able to receive what it is that I'm sharing. And chances are that if you're attracted to this video, I don't believe in coincidences, that you probably have had some experiences that are going to be able to confirm to you exactly what I'm sharing with you. So you don't need some special meditation technique. All the meditations are powerful. I do have a free guided meditation to align with the heart. You can check that out if you want to do it, if you feel in resonance. You can do all these different things, but the truth is that when you trust in your resonance, you'll know best. And chances are you've had an experience that is going to confirm to you exactly what I'm sharing with you in this video. So what's the first thing we have to talk about? Well, first of all, let's talk about an ego-based thought. An ego-based thought hurts. It actually hurts your soul. You can literally feel when an ego-based thought comes in, and it actually like hurts your body a little bit. It like hurts your being. It doesn't feel right. And it's not like, it is a feeling, but from that space of awareness, you can see that that thought is not going to be conducive to your expansion. See, because your heart always wants to expand into something new. And when we believe in those ego contradicting thoughts and then create an entire reality around something that's not even real, of course your life is going to be not so good. See, this is the life that we're living. We've constructed an entire society around concepts that are not even real. Now, I'm not saying that there's not some thoughts that are more real than others that are going to lead you to something, but some thoughts based on your relative path of where you're at right now are not going to be conducive to where you want to go. It's just not going to work. So you can start to see that. Start to notice that when you think an ego-based thought, it literally hurts your body. It literally, like you can, I mean, hopefully you've had an experience like this. Again, there's a very good chance that if you've been attracted to this content, everybody's had that experience. We're going to go to the higher self in just a second here. But the fear actually hurts. I personally feel it in my solar plexus. I feel like, it's like there's no power. You feel like you can't control anything. You feel like you're a victim. It's a victim-based mentality. Okay? That's what it is. It's a victim-based mentality. Now the question is, do you want to live like a victim? Or do you want to live like a creator? Okay, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to live like a victim, or do you want to live like a creator? The answer is obvious. You probably want to live like a creator. You want to be a victim? That's fine too. No judgments. Do your thing. But we're going to talk about in this video how to be connected to your higher self. Now, so it's pretty obvious, right? Okay, Francis, get to the point. Fear hurts. It's pretty obvious. How do I tell if it's a higher self-based thought? Well, I'll start off by telling you a story. When I was dropping out of school, and I still lived with my mom at the time because I didn't have enough, I wasn't running a business at the time, and I'm super grateful that the universe has showed me exactly how to be in alignment to create the life that I want. Not necessarily means that I have to be doing this particular activity at all moments, but my higher self, by this activity, I mean whatever that activity is, whether it's a video or whether I'm doing some sort of art or whatever the case is, the key is to realize that, so I'll just tell the story. When I was dropping into school, I didn't know where I wanted to go. In fact, I was in a space of despair. I didn't know. I was completely in the unknown. I had no idea where I wanted to go. I didn't have any trust in myself, so I needed to give my power away a little bit to the universe, which of course the universe is me. So even when we're trusting those higher self thoughts, understand that you're trusting in a higher version of you, because everything is you at the core. Everything's always you. So, and reality is to maximize love, but we'll get to that later. So I wanted to give my power away a little bit. And of course, I was giving my power away to another version of me, which now I have more trust in myself to see that whatever thoughts I receive from the divine are me, supporting me to get to learn more of me so I can love more of me, because it's all me. You see what I'm saying? So anyways, and if you don't, we'll get more into that in another video in terms of how reality is constructed so that you can actually maximize experiencing the most unconditional love. If you want to know about that, leave a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to record a video on that. I'm going to do it anyways, but just for engagement purposes, leave a comment down below if you want to know more about that. But anyways, I was just asking the universe for help. I didn't know what to do. I was literally meditating, and I was literally almost asking for help in this space of despair. Like now it seems kind of funny, but at the time it was serious. I was like, I need help. I don't know what to do. What should I go? If I drop out of school, how am I going to make money? How is this going to happen? How am I going to figure, all these concerns, right? But then I got this thought and it just said, drop out of school. I received the thought. It's almost like I received the thought from the divine, or what I perceive to be the divine at the time. And it is a divine, but of course now I see that it's just me. And it is still something outside of me, but it's me. It's all me, right? Now, I really felt it. I literally felt that thought was connected to my heart. I can't explain it any more than that. I want to, but I don't know how else to say it. It was literally, I felt it in my heart. I could literally feel it. I could literally feel it in my heart. And that thought came in, and guess what happened? All the ego-based thoughts that contradicted that intuition, it wasn't even intuition, it was a thought that was aligned with the divine, that was connected with my intuition. Joe Dispenza calls this mind-heart coherence. It's the universe giving you the intuition or the thought or whatever you need to shift into the version of you that already exists right now. Right now. Okay? And so that thought came in, and I knew right away that was a higher self thought. And now the way that I live my life on a consistent basis, and sometimes I fall out and then I face the consequences, right? And we'll talk about what the consequences are in just a little bit. Because there's not actual consequences. The consequence is your vibration is not going to be so good. And so there you go, I just explained it. When you don't trust your higher self, your vibration is going to lower immediately. And there's no judgments, okay? Nobody out there is going to judge you, okay? There's not going to be some higher, nobody's going to judge you, but the consequence is your vibration dips. So the truth is that when you have anger, when somebody has anger towards you, they are losing, because whoever angers you actually is controlling you at an energetic level. So that's why you always want to let go of anger, but we'll talk about that in another video, of course. We have lots of videos to talk about. So what you want to do is start to notice, if a thought comes in, how does it feel in your heart? I know it sounds cliche, but for me, I can literally feel in my body when I have a thought that says, go record a video. Oh, but I don't want to record a video because it's uncomfortable. It's like, okay, all of that is ego. See, this could even, you might even be uncomfortable sometimes, but there's a feeling beneath that discomfort that can guide you. There's like a resonance. There's a like resonance. When I talk about resonance and following your higher self, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to be comfortable. Okay, you might be uncomfortable. Your body might be uncomfortable. You might be, fears might come up. You might get better at ignoring those fears, but your body can be uncomfortable. You might go through challenges, but you can feel in your heart that that is the thought that's going to lead you to your highest version. And if you don't want to follow it, you don't have to. No one's going to force you. No one's going to judge you. I'm not going to force you. But the truth is that if you don't follow that, you're going to face the consequence, which is your vibration is going to dip and you won't expand. So it's like, there's no judgment. You don't have to, but what's the alternative? What are you going to do? If you don't trust your higher self, what are you going to do? Are you just going to let your vibration be sloppy? So I'm going to slow down here for a second. And I just want to say that there's no judgments. You can do whatever you want in your life. But for me personally, I found that there's no alternative. What am I going to do? Am I going to live into fear? Or am I going to follow the resonance? Yeah, it can get sometimes uncomfortable. Sometimes it can get overwhelming, you know? Yesterday I was just connecting my heart. I was like, this is overwhelming. Just like the awakening process can get overwhelming sometimes. But then I tune back into my resonance and I say to myself, wait a second, what's the alternative? What am I gonna do anyways? Like, am I just gonna sit here and be a victim? What else is there to do other than to maximize your potential and maximize how much love you can feel and maximize you being connected to your heart? What's the alternative? There's no alternative in my opinion. So if you agree with that, like the video, leave a comment down below. So that's pretty much it. You want to tune into your heart, tune into your resonance, and start to feel, is this thought lifting my spirit, or is this thought, because the thing with the ego is it's hard to tell, because the ego is very, like the ego-based thoughts are very like subtle. You can't really tell until you like raise your vibration after. You know what I mean? Only once you start following your higher self, then you can look back at those ego thoughts and be like, holy, like that wasn't even real. That was not real. That was literally something that was fake. It was an illusion. But you can't see that until you step up. So what the solution is, don't try to, this is just my 2 cents, do whatever you want, but don't try to investigate those thoughts. Don't try to figure them out. Just follow your higher self, and then you'll see that all those thoughts that were not serving you, then you'll see how comical they were. It turns into a joke. It's like, wow, that was funny. Like I get times where I'm in ego and I'm just like what was that even about? Like that was so, and you know what, it's not even true though. Sometimes also gratitude and compassion, because these contrasts also teach us lessons, okay? So I don't want to make this video too complicated. The key is I want you to start to notice, if you're open to it, what is this thought trying to tell me? Is it telling me to go in this direction? And does it feel right in my heart? Literally, it's that simple. We've made things, I believe that you know what I believe? Just to conclude this video, I believe that in society, we've made things way too fucking complicated. Just way too complicated. Way too complicated. Reality is very simple. When you have a thought that's not conducive to your growth, that's not conducive to your expansion, that's not connected to who you actually are and the infinite interconnectedness of everything that is literally aiding you to live the best life possible, that's most connected to your heart, to feel the most love possible, when you have that thought, it hurts. It lowers your state. It doesn't feel good, okay? When you have a higher base thought, it will expand your heart. It will make you feel, at the very least, neutral. But past neutral, you'll feel a connection to your heart. You'll feel joyful. You'll feel bliss. You might even feel anger. You might even feel all of the emotions all together, but you still know through all of that that it is connected to who you actually are. And so that is the video. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. I do have about 5 spots open right now. I might take more, but I can't always, I don't feel like working with a lot of people, and right now is the time, because I've been the last couple months in a space where I've been sort of just in my own energy and, you know, developing all these insights, but I'm back into sort of a producing energy, and so I'm taking about 5 spots. So if you do want to work with me, link will be in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.